Good morning, it's Kev with breakfast on PCRFM. Give it a grow. More than just upcycling bathtubs into planters, they're also empowering communities. Let's speak to Dave from Up the Garden Bath in Peterborough. Dave, good morning.
Good morning, Kev. How are you?
I'm okay. Nice to talk to you again on PCR this morning. Now, Dave, tell us a little bit more about Up the Garden Bath. What's it all about?
Well, basically, we take bathtubs that would usually end up in landfill. We upcycle them into educational garden planters, and we try and install them planters into schools, community centres and care homes. COVID didn't help. It closed all our key markets, but now we've started doing outdoor regeneration projects where we work with the local community to empower them and create pop-up pollinator parks designed to encourage and enhance inner city wildlife.
It does sound unusual. Today's date is April the 1st. It is genuine, though. You do actually upcycle bathtubs.
Yes, we do. That's what we do. We have 4 community hubs dotted around Peterborough where semi-retired gentlemen and people that have found it hard to get into employment make our baths. We then get their baths sponsored by local organisations, and they go into different facilities around Peterborough.
And there's way more to it, isn't there, than just bathtubs?
Yeah, it's educationally based. There is a whole generation of children out there that would rather plant a virtual carrot on a virtual farm rather than get their hands in the dirt. So we're all about teaching, all about recycling. Anything can be upcycled and recycled. We also teach about sustainability, growing your own food, which reduces carbon. We're all about creating opportunities and education.
Tell us a little bit about some of the projects you've got on the go at the moment, Dave.
Okay, well, earlier this week we finished a regeneration project in the heart of Orton. We worked with a local community to install 6 of our upcycled bathtubs. One was made to look like a giant bee with wings and a stinger. Another one was a giant ladybird. 2 of them were part of a campaign with the local hedgehog rescue charity. The kids were out painting the baths and getting their hands in the soil and planting the plants. It was a real, after the year we've had, Kev, it was heartwarming to see everyone out having so much fun. Luckily the weather was good and it's really lifted the area. The area was notorious for fly tipping, and now, hopefully, by getting the community involved, that becomes their pride. We've already got people who took part on the day. They're going to water the plants, look out for the area, and hopefully that can spread across the whole of Orton, and we can make Orton green.
Which bit of Orton did you do that in again?
That was in Kilham and Brudenell in Orton Golday.
Excellent. What about the pop-up pollinator parks?
Well, we worked with Jimmy Doherty and Channel 4 and the National Bee Campaign a couple of years back, and the idea is to create little areas of flowers where bees, butterflies, ladybirds can stop off, refuel, or pollinate before they go on their journey. It's all about making Orton green, getting as much flowers out there as possible, whilst encouraging inner city wildlife.
And if this can spread, as you say, to other parts of the city, it can only be a good thing. Do you think, Dave, the work you do and how you inspire the children to also start thinking much more about sustainability and about upcycling things, do you think this is good for people's mental health?
Oh, definitely. Gardening has been proven to be beneficial for mental health, physical well-being. We're starting to work with a lot of doctors' surgeries and social prescribing plans. It's all about getting them off antidepressants or tablets, getting them outdoors, getting them active. We all need to lead a healthy life. We all need to eat fruit and vegetables, and being able to grow things like that, I feel, is important. It's more schools are sort of starting to do that. During lockdown, everyone was doing that because all of a sudden, for 6 months, we were all locked in our back gardens.
Absolutely, and that wasn't easy, was it? But having stuff like this to sort of get stuck into and to get our minds going with it, it can only be a good thing, and I guess get the old serotonin juices flowing a little bit. Dave, good to talk to you this morning, and hopefully I haven't made any mistakes this morning, because I think we spoke previously on the BBC, and I accidentally said Up the Garden Path instead of Bath, didn't I?
You did, but you will not be the last person to do that, trust me.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you for coming on, Dave. Good to talk to you.
All right, thank you for your time. Take care.
It's Dave from Up the Garden Bath. And if you would like to get your hands in the soil, maybe donate an old bathtub or just help out in some way, you can contact them through their website, which is upthegardenbath.co.uk. And Dave, really nice to talk to you this morning on your Peterborough radio station. This is PCRFM.